What's up guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Jake. Welcome to the JD Cars Automotive YouTube channel. Please be sure to go check us out at jd-cars.com. Follow us on Instagram at jd.cars. And please be sure to subscribe for more content. So we're packed in the garage right now. I've been working on this dinghy all morning. It's definitely not very nice out right now. It's the middle of a thunderstorm, but tomorrow is going to be a really nice day, and I'd love to take the Jeep top off. Not really easy to remove a Jeep hardtop by yourself without the system we're installing today. So I haven't really opened the box, but from what I understand, it's 4 pulleys that go above the Jeep roof, and they go down to each corner, and then they cycle into one pulley that multiplies your pulling strength, and you can pull your Jeep top up into the garage. I should have a pretty easy time because I have this wooden framed ceiling. Shouldn't really be that much more difficult if you have drywall ceilings or something like that, but we're gonna get this all laid out. Here is the Hoist Direct Jeep and truck top lift system. So nice packaging. Let's see what we got for features. This is what you're gonna need to purchase separately. I'm not sure. Oh no, I need lag bolts. Do I? It looks like I'd probably fit into this category, rafters running sideways. I might need pine boards and some lag bolts. We're gonna find out right now. That's how it's supposed to work, but yeah, let's grab a knife, cut it open, and see what we get. Oh, nice. So Hoist Direct is the same company as Harken. From what I've heard, they actually manufacture sailboat pulleys and cleats and whatnot, so all this hardware should be really top of the line. But right away, nice nylon rope, thicker than I thought. It looked like string online, but it's actually pretty thick. These are probably our 4 lines, and here are 4 pulleys. Probably go to each corner. Got some eye hooks, some pulleys and pulley plates, some nice big straps and quick clips. But yeah, I don't really know how the system works, so I'm gonna familiarize myself with the instructions, something I rarely do. But probably a good idea in this case so we don't get ourselves all tangled up. I don't think I'm gonna need any boards, rafters running front. Yeah, no. I probably shouldn't need any because my rafters aren't running parallel to the side of the car. They're going crosswise, so I should be okay. But I'm gonna take a look at this. I'm gonna review all the layout, and I'll let you know when I have a plan together for mounting it up above the Jeep. Alright, so I had to pull this all out of the box to make sense of it. Got all of our hardware here laid out, kind of makes sense. So 2 straps here are going to go under the Jeep top and connect to our ropes. We have a pulley on each corner. These eye hooks are purposely open to accept pulley like that. But yeah, those are our 4 points. We have this organizer that's going to guide our 2 ropes to one side and our 2 ropes to the other side. And we have 2 different lengths of rope. We have the shorter 2 over here and 2 longer ones. I don't know, maybe like 5 feet longer or something like that. They connect up to this block here. Lots of pulling force multiplication here with these pulleys. Got a nice lock right there, which is going to act like kind of like the locking system on your shades, your blinds. And then we have this one big rope going down to the ground, which I'm pretty inevitably gonna have to trim from the looks of it. That's the basic setup. It makes a lot more sense, at least to me. It has made a lot more sense after pulling it out and laying it out and looking at it, but it does not look like we're gonna need to go out and buy any more hardware. The first step is gonna be installing our rope organizer here, I believe. So that's basic assembly. We have our 2 pulleys, we put another plate on top of the 2 pulleys, and then we send 2 lag bolts through into our rafter or whatever mounting board you're using. And we're going to want this dead center, or at least as close to dead center as possible. Maybe we'll hold off on this actually until after we've got our 4 corners, and then we'll center this in between the 4 or 2 corners closest to the hoisting area. I'm going to put each one of our 4 mounting points above the Jeep top on each corner. So at this corner here, I'm going to go up to that board right there. At this corner here, I'm going to go up to the one probably right above it, and so on and so forth. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so I have all 4 lift points installed. Really not too difficult. The front 2, I slightly angled inwards. I don't know, maybe a 30-degree angle inwards, pointing towards the center of these 2 pulleys right there, because that's where our organizer block is going to be. So those cables are going to be at an angle. Just thinking ahead for that. These ones are going to be straight more or less, so I just left them straight. But I have all 4 of those up. I drilled a 13/64 inch hole to pre-drill, and then I used just a flathead screwdriver for leverage to twist those in. They're really nice and snug. I'm sure one of them could hold the entire top alone, but really strong. It's time to install our organizer block with 2 of these lag bolts. Let's find out what size they are. Looks like an 11 millimeter. So I'm gonna grab an 11 mil and my impact, and we'll drill this puppy in. First though, I'm gonna grab a tape measure and Sharpie. I'm gonna measure out the center of these 2 mounting points in the rear here. I'm gonna measure out the dead center, and then I'll mount the organizer block right there. Alright, I got the organizer screwed in right there. Actually snapped off one of the lag bolts, as you can see on the right. Went into that knot. Didn't really like it, but apparently we had 2 extra lag bolts and washers, so not a big deal. But at this point, just have to install our rope and put the straps around the hardtop, and we're good to lift it off. But to secure our block up on the wall, we're going to use this eye hook. Give ourselves some more light here, but closed welded eye hook. And then we have this little shackle. This is going to connect our block right here to our eye hook. So we're going to pull off that little locking C-ring right there, pull the pin out and put it through. Well, actually, we're going to do that after we screw in the eye hook. So let's go pre-drill another 13/64 inch hole up on the wall, presuming that's going to want to be in the middle, in line with the organizer block. So let's go mount this up, and then we'll attach our block and hardware and run our ropes through. Alright, got our block all mounted up here. Put it on this little vertical stringer right here. The only limiting factor to the lift height at this point is going to be the distance from that eye hook to that organizer block right there. If I want to increase the lift height, if it's not enough for me, because it looks like it's going to be really close here, I don't know if I'm going to get the top as high as I want it to. But if I wanted to increase that, I would just move that block further away. So maybe I would move it like, I don't know, either down that way, I'd clear out the shelf a little, or I'd move it down here. I'd just stress the angle a little bit. But yeah, at this point, we're just going to take our 2 shorter ropes. We're going to put them through these pulleys here. First, we're going to go through the organizer block, then through these pulleys. The 2 longer ones go through the organizer block and out to the front ones. And then once we have each of our corners set, we're going to lay out our straps on top of the roof. We'll tie them onto each corner of the rope, the hoist system, and then we can run them underneath the top and try pulling off the top for the first time. Alright, a little bit of an update of where I'm at. I actually moved the front pulleys back from that support beam right there to this one here. I was kind of confused at first, and I had my doubts. I was originally thinking, oh, it'd be kind of weird for them to have the strap coming out up here. I feel like it'll slip back from here into the middle. I feel like strapping it down up here is going to put a lot of stress on the center point where there's already a little cracking on my top there. And I was like, I don't know. And then I looked at the pictures, and sure enough, they strap it through this little upper corner of the door right here. A lot more sturdy point to be lifting it from. This front part weighs nothing, but it would put a lot of stress on the center if you were to strap it up there. You can see I have all 4 of my ropes run down. I've trimmed them and frayed them with a torch, and I've already taken off my freedom panels and I've laid them upside down. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. It's not advertised, but I've seen people doing it, so we're going to see if those can fit up there as well. But I'm going to unbolt the top and we'll try hoisting it. Alright guys, I just removed all of the hardtop hardware using this awesome little Supari toolkit. Did a great job. Pulled off all of the hardware. We have our straps all in position. All of the black lines are of equal length going to the organizer over there. So I think we're ready to give this a shot. So I'm gonna toss the camera on the tripod and see what happens. All right, hopefully you guys can see me and the top at this angle, but you guys nothing. Hey, it works! Guys, it's working. It's working, it's off the Jeep. Wow, that's sick. Give you guys a little bit of a first person view, but I'm just pulling straight down on this rope. I don't have to cleat it or anything, it just automatically cleats. So pull down, I can let go of it, it's already cleated. So really nice self-locking block. I do need two hands with the freedom panels up there. I'm sure it'd be a lot easier without the freedom panels, but those things do weigh like, I don't know, 40 pounds, 50 pounds. That's not to say the system's struggling. I'm sure it's not struggling at all, but let's go check and make sure we're not gonna run into any problems. Awesome, plenty of clearance around that garage door opener. So I'm gonna keep hoisting it and see how high we can go. All right, got the dinghy out of here so we can actually walk around and look at this. Got the top all the way up, and I am very happy with this Hoister Direct system. Look at that. We have, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 inches between the freedom panels and those top beams. I'm completely fine with that. I'm sure I could squeeze it even higher, but it's completely fine where it is. Fantastic system. It looks great. It got it nice and high up out of the way. We're gonna see how high it is when we pull the Jeep out of here, but man, I am super impressed. I did lower the top all the way back down, and I trimmed that main line down to the minimum length that I needed because there was like all of that extra. So I trimmed that off, trimmed off the other miscellaneous ends, got it all neatened up, frayed up with the torch, and I'm really happy with it. I have no complaints. It really worked well. So let's pull the Jeep out, pull the doors off, and see how much room we have to pull in other cars. All right, got the Jeep outside, got her topless and doorless. Here's a look at the top in the garage here. It's about at my head height here. Can just barely slip under it. Probably gonna like cut and tape on a tennis ball onto the corners here so nobody bashes their head, but it's really a lot of room. And I have a low ceiling in my garage here, so I'm really impressed with how high up it is. It's really not in the way at all. Still plenty of room to access the shelving over here, get the trash barrels where they need to be, and to access that shelving up there. So all in all, I am super impressed with this Hoister Direct kit. For the money, it's super impressive. I'm glad I didn't get the electric motor version. It would have just complicated things. Don't need that at all. I think the manual version is just fine. You're only doing this every so often unless you're putting your Jeep top on every time it rains. But here's a quick look at my homemade Jeep door storage cart. This thing makes storing and moving around all 4 doors really easy. Can do it with one hand, even on the gravel. So I have a full-on video showing you step-by-step how to build this if you're interested in that. Here's a quick look at the Jeep on the 37s, topless and doorless. Love the way it looks with no top and doors. But that's gonna wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the installation tutorial for the Hoister Direct Jeep top removal system. Works really well. I highly recommend it. Leave future video suggestions in the comments. Please subscribe for more content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on JD Cars.